Hello guys, how are you doing? I hope you are doing great. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dorothy, and in today's video I'll be showing you how I cut and sew this beautiful Bubu gown. Two things I love about this gown is the neat finishing and this front slit. You can see how beautiful it is. You can basically style this gown in two ways, and that is because of the waistband or waist belt are attached inside this dress. You can style this without tying the waistband so that the dress will be free on you, or you can tie the waistband like this so this gown can be fitted around the waist area. Can you see the beauty? I absolutely love this. So if this is something you're interested in, please watch this video to the end and do not forget to like and drop a comment after watching the video. Thank you. If you are coming across my channel for the first time, you are welcome. On this channel I post video on pattern drafting and sewing tutorials. So if this is something you're interested in, subscribe to the channel to get notified to when I drop new video. So now let's get started with this video. I will be using this beautiful silk material for this tutorial, and it's 3 yards and the length is by 60 inches. So right now I'll go ahead and divide this fabric into two for the front and the back pieces. Yes, we will be cutting on the front and back pieces separately. So I will simply take this off camera and divide this fabric into two. Then I'll fold my front piece. Let's draft on it. Okay guys, I'm done cutting out a piece for the back and I have folded it into two, and right here is the center back. Now to determine how much fabric you will need for the front or the back piece, you just add the shoulder measurement with the sleeve length. You know that we are cutting the shoulder together with the sleeve. The shoulder I'm working with is 8 inches while the sleeve length I'm working with is 18 inches. I want my sleeve to be really long, so 8 plus 18 is 26 inches, right? So I'll be making use of the entire length of this. Okay, so I went on to mark my shoulder measurements, which is 8 inches, and like I said earlier, my sleeve length is 18 inches, so I'll be making use of the entire length for this. So before I start imputing my measurements, I'll go ahead and roll a line of about 1/4 inch, and this line will serve as my starting line. Let me quickly pin the fabric together. While I was rolling the line, the fabric was shifting. You know, it's silk and it's slippery somehow, so let me pin it down. The neckline measurement I am working with is 3 inches and 1 inch. So I mark 3 inches for the neck width while I mark 1 inch for the neck depth, and this measurement is for the back piece. So I will just use my free hand to curve the round neckline just like this. At this edge here, I'll come down there by 1 inch for my shoulder slant. So now I'll connect a straight line from that point I came down by 1 inch to my neckline. Also, from this same part that I came down by 1 inch, I'll go ahead and measure my sleeve width. This is totally optional. You can determine how wide you want your sleeve to be. For me, I want my sleeve width to be 10 inches, so I mark 10 inches as my sleeve width. Then on my shoulder line, I went on to measure down to my bust point, which is 10 inches, and I marked it. And I roll out the line horizontally like this. On my bust point, I went on to divide my bust circumference by 4 and I marked it. My bust circumference is 36, divided by 4 is 9 inches. So I marked 9 inches there. Then I added 10 extra inches for allowance. I want this Bubu dress to be really big. This is totally optional. If you want yours small, you can reduce the amount of allowance to add to your bust circumference. I connected this point to my sleeve width. Then I went on to cover out my armhole just like this. From the starting line, I came down by 40 inches for my knee line. I connected this line horizontally like this. Then on this knee line, I went on to divide my hip circumference by 4 and I marked it on the knee line. My hip circumference is 48. 48 divided by 4 is 12 inches. So I marked 12 inches on the knee line. So I'll connect this point to this armhole point. Because I want a cowl effect on the side, I'll just connect it just like this. You can freestyle this to your actual preference. That is, if you want your cowl effect to be deep or just mild, just make sure you freestyle to your preference. Okay, the length of this bubu that I am working with is 56 inches. Then I added 2 inches allowance for folding, that is for hemming, after I am done sewing. So from my knee line I went on to measure 18 inches, making it 58 inches altogether. So whatever measurements I have on my knee line, I will mark the same thing on this length of the bubu. So I'll connect a straight line from this point to the knee line. And when I'm done connecting this straight line, I'll go ahead and cut. And that will be all for the drafting of this back piece. So right now let's go ahead and work on the front piece. Okay guys, I am done folding my fabric for the front piece. So right now I'll just go ahead and measure 1 inch for the slit at the neckline and also at the length of the dress. I will now use my ruler to connect the points together on a straight line down to the length of the dress. And when I'm done doing this, I'll place my back piece on my front piece away from the 1 inch line that I just ruled. For the front piece, I'll be maintaining 3 inches as a neck width, just the same as I did for the back neck piece. So right now I'll go ahead and cut out all this part you see me directing. The only difference between the back and the front piece is just the 1 inch allowance for the slit, that is for the front, and the neckline, and that's all. So every other thing is the same. I will be marking 3 inches as my neck depth. Then I'll use my free hand to curve a round neckline like this. I will extend the line up to the 1 inch allowance that I left. And when I am done curving out this round neckline, I will go on to cut it out. Then I'll open my front piece. So guys, this is what it looks like after I am done cutting my neckline and opening my front piece. For the slit at the neckline, I'll come down from my neckline by 5 inches. For the slit at the length of this bubu, I want it to be exactly from my knee line, so I measured 30 inches downward from the 5 inches that I came down earlier from the neckline. I will take this to my sewing machine and stitch it all the way up like this. I will stitch this part, and now this is what it looks like after I am done stitching. So what I will be doing is I'll be using my pressing iron to open the seam line. Before I do this, I'll be placing my hemming gum in between the edges like this. I'll be placing my hemming gum in between so that I will iron it and these edges will lay flat, so that in the end we'll have a very neat finishing. And this is what it looks like after I am done hemming the edges. I will suggest that you weave these edges before you hem it, okay? You can see how neat this is looking already. So let's go ahead and work on the neckline. I will be using this bias tape to turn the neckline, or to pipe the neckline rather. So I'll go ahead and do it and bring it. This is what it looks like after I use my bias tape to pipe the neckline. So right now I'll keep this aside while we work on the band. Already I have cut out pieces for my band, and this band is about 2.5 inches wide and the length is about 25 inches. So right now I'll fold it like this, then I'll take it to my sewing machine and stitch it like this. Now to fix our band, I'll go ahead and lay my front piece like this, okay? I make sure that I lay it flat, and I will use my measuring tape to measure from my shoulder to my waistline. My shoulder to my waistline is 70 inches, so I measure 70 inches, or I mark 70 inches on both sides. On this waistline, I'll go on to divide my waist circumference by 4 and mark it. My waist is 36, 36 divided by 4 is 9, so I'm from this midpoint right here, I'll go ahead and measure from there down to the 9 inches and mark it. Then on the other side I'll do the same thing as well and mark the 9 inches as well. Then I'll go on to place my band on it. Then I'll go and stitch it. This is what it looks like after I am done joining the band or belt. So let me tie it up so we can work on the side. Okay, I'll place my back and my front piece together like this, right side facing each other. I will join the two shoulder together, then I'll pin that up. Then I'll join the second side shoulder together, then I will pin it up all the way. Then on the side I will do the same thing as well. I'll pin all the side down to the length of this gown, and when I am done I'm going to take it to the sewing machine and I'm going to stitch my shoulder, and I will also be sewing the both side. This is what it looks like after I am done sewing the shoulder and the both side. You can see how neat the outer is looking. Okay, let me turn it to the wrong face so you can see the inner. It is also looking very neat as well. So what I will be doing to this inner is I'm going to take this to the weaving machine, okay, and I'll go and weave the inside. Then for the sleeve, I'll go ahead and fold the sleeve in like this. Then I'll stitch it up, and I'll be doing the same thing for the second side of the sleeve as well. And also for the length of this gown, I'll be folding it in also, and I'll be stitching it, and after then I will bring it for you guys to see it, okay? This is what it looks like after I am done hemming the sleeve and also the length of this dress. You can see how neat it is. Tell me the truth, she is very neat, eh? So guys, is this something you're going to try? Are you going to try to make this gown for yourself? If it's something you're going to try, please just drop a comment for me on the comment section. Tell me that you're going to try this, okay? And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please, why have you not subscribed yet? Don't you like this video? Don't you like the video? Don't you like this dress? Okay, please subscribe, okay? I know you like this video and that is why you watch it to this point. I know you love this dress also as well, and you're going to make it. So subscribe to this channel, like the video, and drop a comment for me on the comment section, and I will be waiting to respond to you. Thank you for watching this video. See you guys in my next one.